Boom shakalaka, what's up homies? My name's D-Nice. Alright. This game is called Dies Irae Amantes Amentes or something. What if I said that one's entire life had been decided by fate? That every single one of your actions, from the minute to the monumental stem, not from your own choices, but had already been decided upon. That life being a journey of limitless possibilities was but an illusion, and no matter how fiercely a man struggled, oh my god. The wealthy shall know their riches, the needy shall starve on the streets, the wicked shall be wicked, the righteous just. The beautiful, the hideous, the strong, the frail, the fortunate, the miserable, and finally the victors and the defeated. Well, that would kind of suck. And if I said that all such things have been carved into stone eons ago, allowing no divergence. Now playing this is like the complete opposite of, well, actually, I don't know. Steins Gate can be kind of like this as well. What if I said that not a single action is carried out of one's own volition and had been decided long ago? That we are merely adrift in the current of time. Yo, that would be wild. Would you feel content with such a world? I don't know. A world in which power is merely given, not earned. Would you accept knees bent to a throne? A universe where the sinless have-nots are oppressed and downtrodden. Would you allow such a world to exist? Never, I say, never. Alright, those in possession of such knowledge who can still laugh would joyfully, oblivious of what it means. Yo, this is actually jumping by real quick. Nothing dampens the spirit like the stale wine of an unearned victory. Nothing is more unbearable than bitter defeat in the chains of something. Should ceaselessly repeating this farce, this slander of the highest order, be the fate of mankind. I shall walk this road to its utmost conclusion, and at the distant place I shall call a finale, or something like that. You, the oppressed, the downtrodden, the massacred, you who were as betrothed. You were born to be defeated and to be massacred till the end of times. If 100 battles yield no victory, fight 1,000. If 1,000 battles yield no victory, fight 10,000. So you're gonna fight against your fate, essentially? Vow to struggle for an eternity ceaselessly, till the light of victory finally shines upon you. Any that has the strength to do this shall be permitted to become a means to that end, a part of the sorcery, all in order to claim eternal victory. The mane of the beast, each and every strand of it shall be from your flesh and blood. You are blessed to be as such. Although I, you, and he as well are still bound by that miserable cycle at this moment. Let us believe that the decision we are about to make truly holds a meaning. That one day we can break free from this perpetually repeating cycle. And we on fire now. My dear ladies and gentlemen, defeated souls of the present age, I await your answer. Who is this? Who are you? Will you rise to battle? I just thought of something. Why am I reading something he's already saying? Alright, we find ourselves May 1st, 1945, Berlin, Germany. This is a long time ago. Oh, here we go. The closing act of the Second World War was the oh my gosh, jeez. Man, I was saying it right and then I thought I was saying it wrong. And then I messed up the third time. That was just a fail. Was the manifestation of total war, such as had never been seen before. No, the term carnage would have been more appropriate. Outmanned in every way, Berlin stood in complete isolation, slipping towards the crevice of annihilation. The nearly 500,000 troops marching under the banner of the Red Army had already surrounded the capital, making escape virtually impossible. Guns roared, mingling with the screams of the dying in an incessant, cacophony of terror? I've never heard that word before in my life. Of terror as the city was razed and its people massacred. Bloodshed, carnage, all in order to eradicate the enemies of this world, be they young or old, man or woman. Justice, revenge, love, peace, oppression, liberty, equality, the slogan, one, chose to attach to the horror, made little difference. The chaos engulfing the bloody streets demonstrated quite readily the atrocities that would manifest when man was presented with the convenient higher cause to justify them with. Yo, man, this game is gonna put my vocabulary to the test, man. They're using the craziest words right now. Yes, for example, whoa, what is going on? In this corner of the city, a blinding light flashed, followed by a roaring explosion. This latest bombardment sent even more soldiers, at least 3, whose silhouettes were still recognizably human, to their deaths, spreading their remains across the pavement. All right. Bastards! Letting out a loud curse, a man leapt out of the trenches with Panzerfaust in hand. Protected by the covering fire of his allies, Schmeisers, he dashed over into effective firing range. He rose to his knees, he took aim and pulled the trigger, firing a heat warhead. The projectile shot forward, smashing right into the flank of a tank. Yo, I'm gonna need a lot of water after reading this, man. I need to get this prepared. Its armor dissolved in accordance with the Newman effect, and the tank imploded in a torrent of liquefied metal and 1,000-degree flames. The man tossed aside his Panzerfaust and, backed by comrades from behind, started cleaning up his remaining foes with his Mauser. Such was war. It allowed no time for idle thoughts, only slaughter, murder, and bloodshed. No man could keep his sanity in this hell. And so the perpetrators of this chaos howled and raged, never looking back, reveling in boundless insanity to keep their blood afire. Within this flaming wasteland of gunplay, soldiers single-mindedly continued their murderous dance as if it was some ungodly ritual. Of course, in reality, it was all but child's play. Soldiers against soldiers, rifles against pistols. No matter how fiercely they fought on this battlefield, the outcome of this war was already set in stone. The third, I don't know what that is, Reich, had crumbled, the ambitions of its visionary leader lost in the flames of war. What remained on that tattered battlefield was the shaken remains of the defeated and the mob of the victors, the flocking like vultures to the smell of the decaying flesh, certain death, inescapable defeat. Any attempt to retaliate was merely a self-serving act of revenge with no hope of salvation. The situation had surpassed anything that might elicit notions of despair, transforming into no more than an absurd comedy of sorts. And yet, yo, this is real right now. This is the battlefield. His heart beat still. His hand gripped steel. He would not stop as long as there were enemies to kill. I'm having way too much fun reading this right now for whatever reason. For it was his sworn duty. If there existed even one thing, anything at all to justify this hellfire, be it sheer insanity, then that by itself would have been a blessing in disguise. Honor and glory debased and disgraced, worth less than pig shit. And yet human life remained the cheapest currency. That was reality. Finally, I get to take a break from reading. Hold on, let me get some water real quick. Oh my goodness. After wiping out all leftover foes and regrouping with his comrades, it dawned upon the man that there were only 3 of them left standing, himself included. The company tasked with protecting this block and had been completely annihilated. The situation was anything but promising, but still more enemies were on their way. This is this is gonna be good. Panzerfaust? Is that how you pronounce it? Okay. Is a Panzerfaust some kind of like explosive round? Because I remember he said I think he shot it into the tank. The young man flashed a bitter smile as he handed over his Schmeiser to the other. The older man glared at him, but offered no more in the way of reproach. Yo, it'd be nice if I had like some characters in front of the screen that I could, but I think, maybe these characters don't, maybe they're gonna, well, if they have pictures of them in the configuration, I'm sure they're gonna show them at some point. The war is lost, indeed. That was the bitter truth of it. Berlin had fallen, the company massacred, and the remaining 3 soon to join them. What is your name, soldier? I don't want to hear this crap from you. Joachim Brauner? Yo, Mr. Braun. Walter Garwitz? The Master Sergeant Walter Garwitz directed his gaze at the final survivor of the company, a young boy who had thus far remained silent. What is your name, soldier? Is that a girl? What, a boy? The boy's eyes darted as he failed to hide his shock. Was even younger than Joachim or whatever. Barely in his teens. If Walter had a son, he might have been around the same age. Marco Schmidt. Walter was about to ask what a mere child was doing there, but ultimately swallowed his words. It was a foolish question. The enemy would show no mercy to them, not even to children.